Are you troubled by bad YouTube videos in the middle of the night? Do you experience feelings of dread when you watch action figure reviews? Have you or any of your family ever watched a boring action figure review? If the answer to any of these questions is yes, then don't wait another minute. Log on to YouTube and call the professionals. Model Behaviour. Our courteous and efficient presenter is on hand 24 hours a day to handle all of your action figure channel needs. We're ready to entertain you.
Model Behaviour. Yes, we're doing Ghostbusters now.
There's a new Street Fighter on your windowsill. The weapon is peace, the word is chill.
Hello there, gang, and welcome to another episode of Displaying Model Behaviour, the Earth's mightiest action figure video podcast. So take off your pants, crack a beer, and let's talk toys. Let's talk about the nerdy news that you need to know about. It's the only news that matters. It is good news, and boy howdy, do we have a lot of it. And honestly, I'm surprised that I got through that whole spiel quite smoothly there, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit drunk right now. And I know that I like to try and make this video kind of family friendly and whatnot, so I don't want to talk about the dangers of alcohol, because quite honestly, that's not a good thing to kind of exemplify and make seem like a good thing. But I was just filming a podcast with the Blank Cover Podcast gang, and oh my goodness, I love those guys. And I was just sipping some Hibiki whiskey the whole time. It was so much fun. I love those folks so much. Guys, if you listen to podcasts, go check out Blank Cover Podcast. It's a good time had by all, and I was enjoying it. It's funny, I enjoy doing slightly kind of off-center episodes, because so many times you watch a YouTube video and you feel like you're watching a sanitized, scripted version of a polished product. And the one thing I don't ever want to be accused of is being a polished product. No danger of that. So no, this is me. I'm a little bit toasted, but I'm also in a good mood. So I want to talk about action figures. I want to talk about action figures with you, because to be honest, doing this is my happy place. It's a rough old time right now, but when I press record on the camera and I go in to do good news, I'm enjoying myself. And there are so many action figure news channels that are this figure came out today and it's from this company and it does this thing. And I'm like, oh, come on, where's the joy? Well, I got some joy. So let's talk about it. And the first thing that's sparking my joy, oh my goodness, Hasbro, you're killing me here. No sooner did the Rancor fail, you just brush that dirt off your shoulder and you're like, okay, fine, you didn't want that? How about this? Power Rangers Megazord. Oh my giddy lord. The only problem with this, I don't want to start with a problem because it looks amazing, but they say it's 1/114th scale or something like that. I mean, when you bear in mind that a Megazord is meant to be taller than a skyscraper, you realize size comparison scales don't really mean anything. So what does 1/114th scale mean? I don't know. It's trying to figure that out. Some people might say it's super easy, barely an inconvenience. But honestly, I can't tell you. I've been looking up all the press information to tell me well, what are we actually talking? How big is this figure? I have no idea, but I don't think it's huge, because they have actual small little plastic model Power Rangers inside, which seem tiny. So I'm guessing maybe yay big, perhaps, I think, possibly. So I'm saying smaller than the Sentinel. If you can work out what that size is, more power to you. Let me know in the comments. But I think it basically, smaller than the Sentinel, but bigger than a Builder figure, which is a pretty wide margin. But what I want to talk about is that it looks so cool, in that each individual piece will separate and transform on its own. So you could have the Mastodon, the Pterodactyl, the Triceratops, the saber-toothed tiger, the Tyrannosaurus. you can have all of those, and they actually do the unique transformation themselves, and you can put it together. It looks really, really awesome. I'm putting the information about the figure itself on the bottom because honestly, in this state, I don't know anything about it, but I saw all the pictures and I read the article at the time, and it looked incredible because, again, the big thing for me is that you can actually transform the figures themselves. It's not just a one standalone robot. No, it genuinely disconnects and comes back together as a combiner. That's so cool. I love that. So the fact that Hasbro seems to be going really ham on this property, making a good looking Megazord figure, yeah, if you're a Power Rangers fan, this looks awesome. Asmus Toys are giving us a 1/6 scale Devil May Cry figure, and this is from Devil May Cry 3. So we still have Dante with the cool classic white hair kind of look, and he does look super cool. He's 1/6 scale, so you know, for me that's not my forte. I like my 1/12 scale figures, but for you Hot Toys type collectors, he looks really cool. And look, I loved Devil May Cry. I didn't play all the games, but I enjoyed what I saw of them. You know, that interesting fact, Devil May Cry was actually originally a build, let me just fix my microphone. He was originally a build for a Resident Evil game. Alright, so the original Resident Evil sequel, Resident Evil 2, back in like 1998, was going to be like Devil May Cry 2. It was going to be jumpy and crazy. And then they were like, no, this isn't the least bit Resident Evil-ish. Let's make this its own thing, and then we'll let Resident Evil be Resident Evil. So then we got Devil May Cry. And it's great. It made its own kind of a genre, really. Hacky, slashy, jumpy. It was a good time. And this figure represents possibly the arguable peak of the Devil May Cry series, which is Devil May Cry 3. And Asmus Toys, they do a really good job. You can't deny it. Whether you like 1/6 scale or not, they put in the detail, the articulation, the accessories. Oh my goodness. There are a lot of accessories to talk about. So this figure, if you are a Devil May Cry fan, then this is where you want to go. I apologize that my speech is a little bit slurred, but honestly, like, I polished off the best part of this. You know, I know some of you watch this with your kids. I'm sorry. Don't day drink, but if you do, make YouTube videos when you do, because it's kind of fun.
Join the Model Behaviour Patreon. I don't know, it's artistic.
Beast Kingdom! Beast Kingdom! Oh Lord, Beast Kingdom, what are you doing to me? You're tweaking my nips in just the right way, and I don't like it, but I kind of do. Please stop, don't. The Batman Who Laughs. Wow, that's an interesting looking figure right there. You kind of won my heart with the Darkseid figure you released, or showed pictures of, just the other day. That Darkseid looks incredible. Do I want to put him in my Intergalactic Bounty Hunters cosmic type display? Yeah, I think I do. And then you go deeper into the comics with the Batman Who Laughs. This thing looks very interesting. It's I can't remember what the scale is. He's about 8 inches tall. So bigger than Marvel Legends. Even bigger than McFarlane DC, actually. So he's about 8 inches, give or take, which is a weird kind of scale. It's a shame. Can't we just all agree to make things the same scale? It would make life so much easier, but clearly they don't want to do that. But we have the Batman Who Laughs, and it's a cool character. I mean, I can't believe it's taken us this long to finally just mash Batman and the Joker together. But they finally did it, and he looks fantastic. So this is a very cool character. For those of you who don't know, the Batman Who Laughs is an Elseworlds type, you know, Spider-Verse, Batverse type character, where the Batman finally kills the Joker. But when he does, the Joker's body, his corpse, releases Joker toxin that infects Batman and essentially turns him into the Bat-Joker. And that's the Batman Who Laughs. And he's a cool looking design. Looks a lot like Judge Death. I don't know if the people who designed the Batman Who Laughs took inspiration from that, but there's a case to be made, quite frankly. There's an argument to be had. But he looks really cool. So if you want a figure that's not quite in the same size scale as the rest of your figures, then this is one to have. But honestly, I love my 1/12 scale, so I wouldn't be interested in him. I actually just sold my entire Dark Knight's Metal collection because honestly, I gotta say, I can put it in cement in the ground now. I'm a diehard Marvel fanboy. That's it. I tried dabbling in DC. I just can't do it. So Marvel till I die. But still, even I can recognize this is a cool looking figure. Hey, do you have $2,000 spare? Well, if you do, then maybe you might want to buy yourself a model displaying t-shirt. I'm not going to edit that. Displaying model behavior t-shirt. Cost less than $2,000. You know what does cost exactly $2,000? A Godzilla vs. King Kong Mechagodzilla statue made by Prime One Studios. Look, it looks incredible. I'll give you that. But again, it's from Godzilla vs. King Kong. Look, I know a lot of you people watching this, a lot of you fine folks, you're all model behavior folks. I love you because of that. And honestly, if you knocked on my door in the middle of the night, I'd invite you in, make you a cup of tea, and say that you could stay the night. But can any of you admit that that was actually a good film? It wasn't. It was a 2-hour PlayStation cutscene. What I did like about it was they at least had the cojones to make a winner. They said, look, okay, Godzilla wins. And I respect that. Many other companies or franchises would have taken the easy way out and go like, well, it's kind of a draw. No, they actually said Godzilla beats King Kong, which makes perfect sense. Of course he does. Radioactive lizard dinosaur. Yes, of course he beats a giant monkey. But the film, like, it wasn't great. And honestly, I think the design of Mechagodzilla wasn't great to me. I didn't like it that much. But if you did, if you really, really like it, and you want the model of it, I was going to say like a something scale. I can't remember what the scale is. Can I see quickly? It's 26 inches tall. So I don't know what scale that is, but it's 26 inches tall. And that's pretty big. So if you want that in your room, then hey, more power to you. I'm not gonna berate you for liking things. It's all a matter of personal taste. But still, the figure does look cool. But I just didn't love the design of Mechagodzilla. But if you did, then you can get this figure for $1,999. And look, if it brings you joy, that's money well spent. It's time for Animaniacs. And we're zany to the max. Animaniacs. It's funny, I didn't like Animaniacs when it first came on because I was like, this is just stupid for the sake of being stupid. And then I actually properly watched it and I was like, no, wow, they're actually really well written. This is very clever writing. I absolutely love that. So I learned to love Animaniacs, which taught me at a very early age that I shouldn't dismiss things that I initially think are stupid. I should give them a chance and realize what it is that is actually great about it. So now I love Animaniacs. So the fact that we're getting Wacko, Yakko, and Dot from Super 7, oh my goodness, plus Pinky and the Brain, these look incredible. I really love Animaniacs. I'm not going to buy these guys, it's fine, but I can appreciate them from afar. They're coming out in about the second or third quarter of 2022, but look, it's Super 7. You know what to expect from Super 7. Great design, sculpt, detail, loads of accessories, and a deep, deep, deep love for the source material. So if you're an Animaniacs fan, you are in so much fun. There's fun to be had, basically, is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, Pinky and the Brain. Oh gosh. One is a genius, the other's insane. To prove their mousy worth, they'll overthrow the earth. They're Pinky and the Brain. I really adore Animaniacs and Pinky and the Brain. So these figures, yeah, they look fantastic. And just to wrap things up, we have some more pictures from the Hasbro Star Wars Book of Boba Fett type wave of figures. And the bone of contention here with these are that they're priced at a deluxe price point. Whereas the question is, do they really deserve a deluxe price point? I don't know, but arguably not. It's like they have the figure which you want to buy, and then they just throw some random stuff in that you maybe don't really want, but they're like, yes, but if we include this stuff that you don't really want, we can put it at a deluxe price point. And I know it's tough. I'm not in the action figure manufacturing game. I know. So I can't say, oh, it's not fair, you're just trying to gouge us for our money. Maybe they genuinely need to do that in order to make these viable. That's where I always have a problem with, like, I don't want to bash Hasbro or any other company for being like, oh, they're just trying to rinse us for our money. I don't know what their profit margins are. Maybe they're just barely squeaking by and they need to do these kind of things to make a living. I honestly don't know, so I'm not going to say that's not fair. I'm just saying, like, from a consumer standpoint, it's like, I would happily actually just buy Book of Boba Fett. I don't need anything extra with him that would make it a deluxe figure. But then again, maybe that's the only way they can make ends meet. And if so, more power to you. I hope that this works and keeps the action figure industry alive, because what we don't want to see is for it to go away. But still, I just, I gotta call out slightly dodgy marketing tactics where I see them. That's just who I am. And that does it for good news for today. Speaking of dodgy marketing techniques, if you want to pick yourselves up a Displaying Model Behavior t-shirt, then you can do by clicking on the Teespring link right below this video. I know, I feel really grubby, like always doing the shilling thing, and I'm sure folks watch these videos and go like, I used to enjoy his videos, but now he just always goes on about this sponsor or that sponsor or selling t-shirts and stuff. And I know, I get it. Maybe I shouldn't. Like, it's tough. I'm just a guy. I'm just a human. I'm just a dude trying to live his life and trying to make a living on YouTube, which actually is kind of bonkers. Like 2 years ago when I first started this channel, if you told me that I'd be trying to make a living from this, I would have thought that's a stupid idea. No way could you do that. And honestly, that's probably technically the case now, but I'm trying it anyway. Because honestly, all else has failed. So we're going to have a go. With that in mind, if you like what you see here and you want to see more, then join the 6-1 clicks by clicking the like, share, and subscribe buttons. And if you want to go one step beyond in helping the channel, you can do by going over to patreon.com, just like, let me get in the right position, these saviors of model behavior, and they pay their Patreon, whatever it is. There's different tiers, so you can pay like a small amount or a large amount, whatever you want to do to help out the channel. And you can watch various like exclusive videos on there, but honestly, the videos aren't as good as the ones I put on YouTube, because that's like the money ones there. But then you get some bonus ones. Honestly, you just join the Patreon because you want to help out the channel, not because you want to see the extra videos, because like they're okay, but they're like the lesser Marvel movies. It's like none of the videos on Patreon are like Avengers Endgame. They're more like Ant-Man and the Wasp. It's like, it's good. You're happy you saw it, but it's like, did you need to see it? Nah, not really. Anyway, with that great sales stick in mind, thanks very much for watching, and until next time, keep displaying model behavior.
Chill. Yeah.
About the nerdy news that you need to know about. It's the only news that matters. It's good news. I'm going to try that again. I almost got it right. I almost got it just right. Just didn't quite there. And now, in the spirit of the Animaniacs, Model Behaviour presents The Countries of the World. United States, Canada, Mexico, Panama, Haiti, Jamaica, Peru, Republic Dominican, Cuba, Caribbean, Greenland, El Salvador, too, Puerto Rico, Colombia, Venezuela, Honduras, Guyana, and still Guatemala, Bolivia, then Argentina, and Ecuador, Chile, Brazil, Costa Rica, Belize, Nicaragua, Bermuda, Bahamas, Barbados, San Juan, Paraguay, Uruguay, Syria, then French Guiana, Barbados, and Guam, Puerto Rico, Colombia, Venezuela, Honduras, Guyana, and still Guatemala, Bolivia, then Argentina, and Ecuador, Chile, Brazil, Costa Rica, Belize, I swear I used to be able to do the whole thing.
Cup of coffee. Big time coffee.